Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to Tiger Players, and today we are on Voyage of the Four Seas. So this video is really going to be made to help those beginner players. Are you new to this game? What do you need to do in order to get as strong as possible as quickly as possible? So we're going to break this video down into a couple of bits. The first bit is what daily tasks do you need to be pushing as a new player in order to get the best possible start. So the first thing you want to be doing is heading over to the ground line. Now the game is going to make you do this anyway, but what you want to do is you want to push as high as you can. By the end of day 1 you want to be level 27-ish, and come the end of like day 2 you want to be like 33, etc. and just try and keep up with everyone else in the server. And in order to do that, you're gonna need to be pushing your story until it hits available at, and then it'll give you a number. Now, it's super important to make sure you use all your idle tries every single day, because you are going to get a ton of XP. And there are ways to get more idle tries, which we're going to talk about in a sort of pay section later. In terms of intel, you want to be refreshing your intel. You are going to get options to get golden fruit here. This is the most valuable resource. So you want to be pushing and saving until, well, you want to be re-rolling until you see these 600s appear. That is the maximum you can get, and be taking them. I would sort of take anything over 3-star and above, which does mean you could get the 120 golden fruit, 300 golden fruit, 600 golden fruit. I would probably also take some of these arena tickets as well, because you're going to want to be doing the arena, or Dressrosa as it's called in the game. Right, also, incidents. Make sure you're always doing your incidents. You're going to have the Battle of Mihawk. There's a good chance you're not going to be able to beat that on day 1, but that is perfectly fine. Unless you've pulled a hero like Garp, that is perfectly fine. Just leave it there. It'll be there tomorrow, and you'll be able to beat it tomorrow. So don't worry. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is in adventure. So you want to come in day 1 in adventure, and you want to try and get 10 of your attacks off here. So make sure you do your 10 arena or Dressrosa attacks, even if it means you have to buy some with golden fruit. That is okay. You're allowed to spend golden fruit on the first day on trying to get 10 attacks in. The reason you want to be doing that is there is an event currently in day 1, and that's going to be really beneficial in order to try and roll some extra stuff. Ideally, you get the boa skin, which would be fantastic. Once you've done your 10 attacks, I would not worry about Dressrosa for a bit, because I'll be honest, you're not going to be strong enough to compete anyway. So what you want to do is you want to head over to Impel Down. You want to try and push as far as you can. Now, if you come to the bottom corner, you're going to be able to see the rankings. You can see what the highest people are doing. So they're all in the upwards of 90s, 80s. You want to be up in that level. Personally, I haven't pushed that high on this account yet, but I will be, and you should be too. So make sure you're pushing Impel Down as high as you can, claiming all the rewards along the way, because they are going to make you much stronger. Again, claiming your daily rewards, and with the challenge boosted rewards, I would mostly avoid these. I would only stop avoiding these when you start seeing camp recruits or start seeing legendary equipment. And only then is it slightly worth it, depending on where you are, I guess, in the game. This doesn't matter if you're a whale or if you're a free-to-play. I just would avoid it. Unless, I guess if you're a super whale, you're trying to go VIP 12, maybe then you should be spending into them. But for the most part, unless you're really desperate, I would not touch it. And you've got Water 7. Again, push this to as high as you can. Make sure you're doing all your free attacks daily. Just get them done. It's really important. Once you hit a certain level, you're going to unlock fleets. Join a fleet and make sure you do your fleet trial every single day. You want to come in, you want to claim all of this. These currencies are really useful later on for when you're trying to reset Huckies. I would 100% be doing this, and you want to then come over to your talent tree and start to power up your talent tree, because it's going to give your whole team power long term. So come in and do this, even if it means you do it at the end of your day. So power up for the whole day, do this at the end of the day. That is perfectly fine. So these are just some of the activities you want to be doing day 1. Day 2, you're going to unlock some other cool things in port. You're going to get the Straw Hat Battle, where you're going to start to now be able to level up gear, which is amazing. 100% be pushing that. And then there's a bunch of other things that open up as the days go by, so be excited for all of that. Now, we talked about what you should do. I guess we were going to talk about what you should do if you want to spend some money on this game. Now, as a free-to-play player, I completely appreciate that that's not you, and that is perfectly fine, but there is tiers on how much you can be spending and what you should be buying. So we're going to go through some of the stuff that's actually valuable in the game. So, and the best place to start is always going to be the first top-up. The first top-up is 6 fruit. If you do 6 fruit, you're going to get Boa Hancock day 1, which is a great core unit. If you look at my tier list videos, she's sitting in about B tier. That's because her damage is absolutely fantastic. She's going to carry you through the early game a lot, but later on, as we start to get Garps, Enels, or other really strong DPSs, we might phase her out. But first week, she is absolutely going to carry you. And for just topping up and getting her for effectively free, because you're not spending any of the currency, absolutely worth it. You're also going to get a direct to level 100 pack, which means you can make her level 100 day 1 and just clear through the game in a very quick fashion. Now, if you're willing to spend a little bit more, and I do highly actually recommend this, you can get another core unit. So you get the choice of Crocodile, you get the choice of Buggy, and you get the choice of Sentomaru. I would go Crocodile here, as he is one of the better tanks in the game. Pick Crocodile, now you've got a tank, you've got a damage dealer, and all you've done is topped up 68 diamonds. Okay, on this account, we've topped up 100, and there is a reason for that. So, if we come into the monthly plan, daily, you're going to get a number of number of golden fruit even. In order to do that, you need to top up 98 jade fruit. So, 98 jade fruit is about $15. So, let's head over to the dollars page, just so you guys know. So, if you top up the 98 jade fruit from here, on day 1, you're going to trigger this, you're going to trigger this, and you're going to then trigger, in the rewards page, the monthly. So every single day, you'll get 120 golden fruit here and 200 golden fruit here, and that's on for 30 days. If you're a low spender, that is absolutely what I would do. That is all I would buy, and that's where I would sit. This is the, hey, I'm going to spend $15, that's it on this game mindset. Now, what do you do with the jade fruit that you've bought? You come into privilege. You come in and you buy the monthly privilege card. This is going to give you those extra battle chances. You know where we talked about the idle XP earlier? You're going to fly through levels. Come in and do that. It's super, super, super important. Now, the rest of what you do with your jade fruit is actually completely up to you. There is no best option for the remaining near 30 jade fruit. So what I am going to say is either hold it for something hopefully to come down the line, or 2, top up a little bit more. And I know this sounds crazy, but this is going to bring us on to the next threshold. So maybe you're the sort of player that only wants to spend $100 on a game like this. And, you know, that is fine as well. Like, $100 on a game does sound like a lot, but it's also one of these mobile games, so it's almost not a lot. There's a lot of people that wouldn't even consider that whale-like behavior. So if you're one of those, I want to spend $100 on the game, guys, that's about 600 jade fruit, by the way. So I would still follow through what we've done as that, you know, the low spender model. Now, you are going to also trigger some of these stuff, which is topping up, I think it's like 30 jades on the first day, topping up like 6 jades here, gives you this. So you're going to be able to claim all these free stuff along the way. But what do you do with all those jades that you've just bought? So, the first thing I would do is I would come down into the growth fund, and I would pick this up for 98. You're going to get a lot of golden fruit over time, thanks to this. You get about 30,000 for just 98 over the course of however many levels. You will reach 150 pretty quickly, trust me. So, especially if you're using, within 30 days, you'd probably be close to finishing this. So that is absolute value, and I think you should be doing that. Now, that's going to knock you down to about 150 because we've used the 68 as well. So you're about 160, 150. What do you do with the rest of it? Now, I would go in and probably purchase this one over here, the active battle pass. You can purchase it on a later date. So let's say, hey, I only want to spend 100 now, but later on down the week, maybe I want to drop another 10, 20. Maybe that's when you buy this, and that's fine as well. This is the sort of thing that gets more value as the days go by anyway. So you don't have to buy it immediately. You're not going to get immediate value from it. So maybe you can give this one a miss. What I would come in and do is, in the super fund, I would probably pick up this 328 super fund. The reason is you're going to get a ton, and I mean a ton, of camp recruits. And if you scroll through, every single day you're going to get either golden fruit or camp recruits. And you're going to get a lot of it. This, I think, is super value. And by day 8, you're going to actually get a marine hero or 2 legendary gear. Now, what would you... I guess the first question people are going to be asking me is, Heike, which one would you pick? If I was a brand new player, right now, I would go for the legendary gear. You're guaranteed to pick the exact piece you want. You're going to be able to make a set immediately, and I think you're going to get such an advantage through legendary gear over just one, singular Emperor unit. And look, I get it. Getting the Garp here feels very, very, very good. But I do believe the legendary gear is a slightly better. So I would personally go for the legendary gear there. And I would be buying the camp. I'll just be taking the camp recruits the whole way through. Unless you're super hard stuck for gold, in which case, maybe then. But you should be spending your golden fruits on buying more gold daily. Cool. So now we have spent close to about 400 of your jade fruits. There is a pack that's going to be coming in your straw hat pack. So if we go to port and then into straw hat, which you can't see here, there is a pack there. It's about 190 or 170 jade fruit. That's where I would spend the rest of it, because you want to try and get an advantage on your gears. So go and buy that pack. That will round you up to a solid 600. Now, for those of you super whales who want to spend a little bit more, I'm going to run through some of these packs now. We're going to go right to the bottom into the hero pack. I would buy this Supreme Fund. I know it's 600. I know it's $100. I would buy this. For you guys that are going to spend silly money and happy to put 300-400 down into this game, pick this up. You're going to get a Emperor unit day one. From the Emperors, I would literally pick Garp day one as well. So you start with a day one Garp, and down the line, you're going to get more copies anyway. So I think it's day 15 and day 30, you get a couple more. Throughout that time, you're going to get lots of Jade Fruit, lots of summons. Super worth it. You should already have this. You should already have this. You could stretch for the 128. I'm pretty sure you could afford it at that point. And again, from here, you got the option of either picking up more magic dust or picking up recall stones. Absolutely no problem either way. But as you progress through, you're going to get 6 stars. And I think when you're going to need a lot of 6-star fodder for your Emperors, if you're spending money, you're going to be hitting these. Trust me. And on top of that, you're going to be able to get a lucky camp recruit as well. Maybe you get lucky here and you pull some of the more harder to get units. And as you progress, again, there is just more and more stuff here. I would buy this. This just feels very good value for money. This is perfectly fine. What I wouldn't touch is the growth packs. I don't believe the growth packs are good at all. I think they're awful value. Stay away from them. And I would stay away from the hero packs as well. I don't think they're great value. I don't think you get enough for it. So avoid that. Again, I would pick up the battle pass. This you should be passively hitting. And secondly, I wouldn't touch this event either. If you're also willing to spend that little bit extra, you can come into the rookie packs found in the event itself. And I would look at buying the extra legendary gear. I know you're only getting 2 pieces of legendary gear for 300, so it is a little bit more expensive than some of those other packs, but you are also getting quite a lot of jade fruits, or not jade fruit, golden fruits, and you're getting a lot of camp recruits, so it does kind of make it a little bit worth it. A little bit. But, again, we're looking at the sort of guy that's willing to put 200 on the first week. In terms of all the pop-ups and flash sales you're going to be getting, I wouldn't bother with them. There is very, very little value in them. Maybe the Garp one is excusable. Again, this is assuming you're trying to go to VIP 12 for some reason. You could go grab the Garp one. Other than that, I wouldn't touch them. And I would be saving your Jade Fruits and not spending them elsewise. Like, if you want to top up more during this event time and try and push this event, which is, a very valid strategy. I pushed 3k here. So I did go for the full 3k. Save your Jade Fruits, though, in the meantime. So even though we've just spent, in our minds, about 1,000 of it, save the other 2,000 of it as a whale, or at least 1.5 of it. You're going to have some fantastic events rolling around, and if you have the Jade Fruits already on your account, you're ready to go. So 100% save the rest of your Jade Fruits, save your Golden Fruits, guys. Save your Golden Fruits. I can't stress this enough. There is events in this game that are, super good for Golden Fruits, one of which is the Limited Recruit. Now, week 1, don't touch the Limited Recruit. But from the second week onwards, Limited Recruits, every single day, you want to just be doing the maximum amount because you want to be pulling units. And typically, you want to be pulling units like Gion, you want to be pulling units like Yamato, Garp, anything awesome that you think is going to fit your team. Make sure you're pulling, to pity every single time. If in events like this, where you've got characters like Kuzan that you might not want, you want to bring this pity counter to 1 before the reset day ends, so that it's ready. The only time you're not doing this is week 1, because there is a bug where this will reset to 100, so you'd just be wasting your fruit at the moment. So don't do it week 1. Everything outside of week 1, you just want to keep that number at 1 until there is a unit you want to see, and then that week you're just going to go crazy. That way you'll pick up 2 copies of that unit within a single week cycle. So that is super important to note. In terms of spending diamonds otherwise, there's going to be lots of events like the roulette. You can go check my channel out. Maybe we'll link it somewhere here. The roulette is absolutely solid. If you're a brand new player, you want to save as much golden fruit for that event, or even spend some of your jade fruits and convert them into golden fruits. There are events at that time to be able to do that, and that is probably the best way to do it. I spent about 400,000 golden fruit during the roulette wheel. One of my best investments ever, because it set my account up literally till the end of time. We got so much out of it. We maxed so many hotkeys. It is just absolute value. And hopefully we'll be showing you through the series that we're doing, once we get to that stage as well, how I do it. But anyway, as a beginner guide, day 1, you want to be pushing all your dailies. And in terms of spending, you also want to buy the packs that I've shown you. Outside of that, I really wouldn't touch many of the packs. There isn't much value elsewhere. So, be smart with your spending, boys. And I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, throw a like and write a comment. Say, you found it helpful. It lets me know. Thanks. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.